Yo, what's good, YouTube? Gamer Zero coming at you with my GTA Online progression series from dishes to riches. It's Super Yacht Week this week, and I did not buy that piece of junk, and I don't recommend anyone to buy that piece of junk unless you really ain't got nothing else to buy and you got a lot of money. So we just grinded out all of our normal businesses that we usually grind if you've been watching this series, and we added the auto shop along with that since we purchased that in the last episode. A few episodes back, we purchased the nightclub, but we didn't do anything with it. So that's going to be today's focus on this episode. We're going to set up the nightclub and start making money from that thing. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Let's get it, y'all. One thing that I wanted to mention is that when I go to Calperico, I do the daily treasure chests. Now, these treasure chests are hidden. One is always on land and one is always on water, and they both contain $25,000 each. Now, in the description of this video, I'm going to link a website that has an interactive map that once a day you can find both locations of the treasure chests. And if you do these in combination with the berry stashes, you can make $100,000 doing these activities. So if you want to do one free Calperico every day, go ahead and check that out. We're going to go ahead and start the After Hours DLC to begin taking steps to set up our nightclub and start making money from it. So we'll meet popular characters from GTA in this DLC like Gay Tony from the Ballad of Gay Tony GTA 4 DLC, and Laszlo, one of the most popular GTA characters who is apparently having a midlife crisis right now. So after we get through all the niceties, Tony will start giving us a tour of the nightclub, and he's going to show us, in my opinion, the most important part of the nightclub, which is the underground warehouse. Later on in the video, I'll do a detailed explanation about how to run that, and also just in general how to run the nightclub. But let's go ahead and start beginning the setups. So we head over to our computer and we access our nightclub management app, and there is going to be two setups that we're going to have to do: the equipment setup and the staff setup. I like to start off with the equipment setup because you have to go all the way to the desert, grab this bus, and then drive it all the way back to the nightclub. You could do these setups in whatever order you choose. I just like to do it this way because this mission here takes the most time out of both of those setups. Now for the staff upgrade, we got Johan, who we have to pick up. Very important. He's the one that runs the underground warehouse. Then we have Marcel, who's the bouncer. We're going to have some missions from him in the nightclub, and they're pretty good for maintaining popularity. Very important. And then the last person we end up picking up is Connie. Connie's our bartender. Don't really see how she's like super important, but hey, you know what? A bartender's a bartender. So we head back to the nightclub with our staff. Tony is super happy that everything's working out as it should. But there is one thing that we're missing to finalize the setup for the nightclub.
Get me a DJ!
You heard the man. Unfortunately, to get the DJ, we're going to have to link up with English Dave, and then we're going to have to go and pick him up. So after we take some shots with the gang, we head out to the airport to go pick up our new DJ, Solomon. And some unfortunate things end up happening to Solomon. His pilot, for some reason, ends up passing out, and Solomon is essentially forced to land the plane on his own. Now, regarding this mission, I do not enjoy this mission because it just takes a lot of time. You got to drive from the nightclub to the airport, and then from the airport you got to drive all the way to Sandy Shores in the desert to pick up Solomon, and then after you pick up Solomon, you got to drive all the way back to the nightclub. So you can kind of see why I don't like this mission. I do not understand why they made it like this. They could have made it just as easy as picking them up from the airport. I don't understand why they did this. I guess because the other setups didn't really have too much depth to them. They were just like pretty straightforward. That's besides the point. Now that we have Solomon, we're going to go ahead and take him to the nightclub so we can finish up these setups. Nightclub's pretty much set up. We got the DJ, we got everything else, so it's time for us to get out and relax and have some fun.
To be down here with the chicks, fucking grinding, bro. Molly, bro. Molly!
I'm going to explain a little bit about how to run the nightclub warehouse. Because I've had a lot of people in the past ask me, how do you make money from your nightclub? I don't understand how to make money from your nightclub. What are you supposed to do with the nightclub to make money from it? So I'm going to go ahead and explain. So you come over to your computer, you hop on it. This is the screen you see here. So where we're going to be going is down here to warehouse management. Now, as you can see here, you see these pictures of these 5 dudes. These 5 dudes here are your warehouse technicians. These are the guys that are going to be sourcing goods for whichever of these businesses that you put them on. And these businesses down here, all of these correlate to businesses that you can purchase in GTA Online. So this one here, Cargo and Shipments, is the CEO Special Cargo Warehouse or the hangar business. So you can, if you have either of those, you can unlock this tab. This one is the Bunker Sporting Goods. This one, South American Imports, is the Tony Montana or White Stuff Lockup. Pharmaceutical Research is the Walter White or Blue Stuff Laboratory. Organic Produce is the Snoop Dogg or the Green Stuff Factory. Printing and Copying is Document Forgery. Castration is the Counterfeit Cash Factory. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your workers, click on them. You'll see this little person icon here. Whichever one you click on, that person icon will go to them. So if I decide to click on this guy, this person icon will essentially go to him. And that right there essentially just shows you that you selected that technician, right? Then after you take the technician, you'll click onto one of these tabs down here. And then you'll see this person icon go down to whatever tab you selected. And then after that, once you see that this person icon here, go to one of these tabs down here. That's how you will know that that certain technician is acquiring goods for that certain business. So let's just say if I took Johan, put him here on Cargo and Shipments, you'll see this person icon here, this little dude, go here. And that's how you know Johan will be getting Cargo and Shipments, and the same for any of the other technicians. Now, with the technicians, as you can see here, you do have to hire multiple technicians. Like, you don't just get them for free, you have to hire them. This one costs $141,000, and as you continue down the line of technicians, they'll get more and more expensive. I don't know the exact prices, but just know that they do get more and more expensive. They're not each $141,000. So now let's talk about some of the upgrades that will help you run the entire nightclub itself. We have the equipment upgrade. It says here, purchase this upgrade to install higher quality equipment. This will improve the productivity of your warehouse technicians, allowing them to accrue goods faster. So your nightclub technicians will essentially get goods quicker than they normally would. Definitely buy this upgrade. It's 100% recommended if you're going to be running the underground warehouse. Now, the staff upgrade. Purchase this upgrade to hire additional bartenders and bouncers. This will reduce the daily popularity loss of the nightclub. This here correlates more to the safe, the nightclub safe. So when you purchase this upgrade here, your popularity will reduce slower than it normally would, which is good because it just allows you to have a little more freedom in free mode or for whatever you're doing, and you don't have to keep coming back to the nightclub constantly to keep filling up your popularity if that's what you want to do with it, right? Then we have the security upgrade. Purchase this upgrade to install security guards and surveillance equipment. This will reduce the likelihood of the nightclub being attacked by enemies. Now, a lot of people don't buy this upgrade because they say you'll still get raided, which you will. Even if you purchase this upgrade, you still will get raided. But I always purchase this upgrade because if I could have just less chances of getting raided, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get because I don't want to constantly be having to come over here and try to defend it. You know, I'm doing other things in GTA Online. I don't want to have my time wasted on always having to come back here every time I do something and I'm getting raided. You know what I mean? So if I could get less chances of that happening, I'll take whatever I can get. Me personally, I like the security upgrade. I know a lot of people don't, but that's pretty much it on how you run the nightclub. I mean, of course, we got this screen here, the sell goods screen, where you can see a numerical value of the actual goods that you have acquired or your technicians have acquired. Then you have these special orders, which I wouldn't focus too much on. These, I don't think they're worth it. Always just sell all goods. And one thing I can say is always wait till you acquire $1,100,000 worth of product if you're going to sell. Reason being is because every time you sell $1 million or more of goods, Tony will take a $100,000 cut. Like, regardless of how many million you're selling, you could be selling like, I mean, I know you can't make 5 million, but let's just say, for example, you sold $5 million in one sale of nightclub goods. He will only take 100 grand from that, right? So that's why you want to wait till you at least get to 1.1 million in value of goods in your warehouse, because you'll essentially make $1 million from the 1.1 million, because Tony's going to take 100 grand. Another tip I can give you is I do like to sell this in public lobbies because you get a bonus for how many players are in the lobby. I believe the maximum is 25 players. So once you get to 25 players in the lobby and you sell it, you'll get the maximum bonus for rival players in a session, which means you just get more money when you sell your nightclub. So if you took that same nightclub for 1.1 million, if you sold it in a lobby with 25 or more players, you'll essentially probably get around 1.5 million from that wholesale. You get like an extra 400 or 500 grand. So that's pretty good in my opinion. I really do enjoy selling in public lobbies because this is a very easy mission to do. So before we start selling product in the nightclub, you're going to need the right vehicle. There's 3 different vehicles that you can sell product with when it comes to the underground warehouse and the nightclub. You do get one for free, the Speedo Custom, which is the van. I'm pretty sure, you know, if you play GT Online, it's synonymous for like God mode glitches and all type of stuff. But we're not going to be using the Speedo for the method that I'm explaining to you right now to make, you know, about $1 million or over $1 million every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the internet and we're going to go to Warstock Cash and Carry, and we're going to head down to this vehicle right here, the Pounder Custom. This is the vehicle you're going to want to buy because anytime you sell over $1 million in product, you're going to need the Pounder Custom. Like, the game will literally tell you that you need a bigger vehicle to carry all that product, which is why you're going to need the Pounder Custom. After we finished with all that nightclub business, I was able to finish the 10th hooligan job. So I decided to pull the trigger on finishing and finalizing everything for the Acid Lab. We have enough money to set it up with that $750,000 upfront cost. And since we did our 10 hooligan jobs, we can then purchase the Acid Lab upgrade for an additional $250,000, which in total you'll need $1 million. The next thing we do is we end up upgrading our delivery bike, because our plan with this business is we want to sell this in public lobbies, and upgrading the delivery bike with all the performance upgrades and bulletproof tires and armor and all that stuff is going to help us out a lot. I'm going to have Mud take over in this next clip to explain how the Acid Lab works.
Oh, so what do you think? Pretty legit, right? And on the move whenever you want it. Dreams will be born in this lab, my friend. Balls will be tripped, and all thanks to you, me, and the sweetest acid money can buy. I'm head chef finally, eh? Lab rat part 2. I'll always be here head down making the miracles happen. I can't make acid out of thin air, though. I tried for my college thesis. I'll keep the supplies over here in this corner, but we're gonna need to restock on the reg if you want me churning out batches 24/7. Got plenty of friends I can hit up if you need an idea of where to source the stuff. Just hit me up, yeah? Now, once the product's just right, we take it over here and we get it all sealed up for shipping. That's where you come in. I'm working on some buyers. We do the hard work, we get the hard cash, but just between us, sending people on this trip, I'd do it for free. It's a vocation, man. The revolution starts here. And hey, if you ever want some quality time with the product, just jump in there, get your hands dirty, and give it some spittin' love. It's all a catalyst, man. It'll speed things along, and if you forget to wash your hands, you might expand your horizons, you know what I mean?
So we head out, and Mutt did explain how we can get supplies from him or the Acid Lab, but we're going to do it another way. We're going to get the stash house. The stash house, essentially, if you don't have any businesses, gives you money, or you can get free supplies if you do have businesses. So since we have the Acid Lab, we're now able to do the stash house once a day and get free Acid Lab supplies. Supplying the Acid Lab with this method will save you a little bit of money and a little bit of time, because you either have to pay Mutt $60,000 for him to source supplies for the Acid Lab, or you have to do the source supplies mission yourself, and you won't just do it one time, you probably do it a couple times to fill up the supply bar. So with this method, I feel like it's the way to go. And that's pretty much what we did for this event week. Super Yacht Week's always kind of bad, so we had to make something happen content wise. So it is what it is. We end up setting up our nightclub and our Acid Lab, and we're going to be making some pretty good money from these businesses coming up pretty soon. Now, the next event week is actually pretty solid. We have a hangar discount, and then we have double money and double RP on Junk Energy skydives. So definitely, that's what we're going to be getting into in the next episode. We're going to be setting up the hangar, and I'm going to teach y'all exactly what to do to make money with this business. And we're also going to just take advantage of the event week and just chill out and have a good time on GTA Online. Well, I think that's it for today. But you know, I'll definitely check y'all out in the next episode of From Ditches to Riches. And I hope y'all take care out there. Be safe. And I also hope you enjoyed the video. And you know, before I get up out of here, as per tradition, I gotta hit y'all up with that respect. Y'all take care, peace out, and deuces, y'all.